Hi, folks. It's Keith, Victor Echo 3 Sierra Victor Quebec with the raspy voice today. Here today with something a little bit different I wanted to try. And this comes about from several comments I got over the last week from people, questions, and so on from beginners who were mentioning how difficult it is to copy call signs. And I tend to agree. That was one of my issues starting out as well. So I thought I would do something different and send you some call signs. But in order to make it fun both for you and for me, a little different spin to it, these are all actual call signs. And what I did, I went way back. It's going to laugh. There's my 1990, 1991 logging book. Remember when we used to have to do everything with paper? Computers were just being introduced. Cell phones were relatively new then. So this is real old time stuff. So I went back, and it's sort of fun for me to look back through some of this. A lot of this actually was 80 meters, which I don't do anymore. But back then, with the Canadian license, you could do 80 meters with your basic license. So I'm going to pick 10 different call signs. These are all American for the most part, some Canadian, a couple of Canadian put in there. And what I want you to do is simply try to copy them and see if you can identify them. Now, I'm doing it a certain way because we're so spoiled right now with the internet and everything else that sometimes we make decisions which aren't the best ones. One of those is constantly telling you what speed we're going to send at. If you go to the POTA page as an example, if the RBN, the Reverse Beacon Network, has picked people up, it'll tell you the speed. And I catch myself doing it. I scroll down the page. I've got a straight key, so I'm not doing 25, 30 words per minute or anything like that. And I'll see somebody there, and maybe he's at 21 words per minute. So I just skip over it. But on those occasions when I say, oh, let's do it anyways, number one, once I've got his call sign, that's right there on the computer for me. Once I made sure I've identified the right call sign, and I send at whatever speed I'm comfortable sending at, you'd be surprised the number of people come back to you. So we tend to get this fixation on speed. Well, if I do 12 words per minute, then I only want to listen to people at 12 words per minute. But that's not real world. That's the world of computers. And how often do we go to a site and we're looking for people at our particular word speed, when really we could probably copy them several words faster. And even if you don't get everything, it's not the end of the world because it's practice. So what speed am I going to send at? I have no clue. Matter of fact, to this day, I don't know how fast I send. All right, I've never bothered to time it and everything else, but I would say it's probably somewhere between 10 and 14 words per minute. And that will change on different days depending on how tired I am and so on. And one thing I noticed, for instance, I did a lovely long conversation with an individual yesterday, and we were on for about an hour. All right, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for an hour. So by the end of that hour, both of us were sending slower simply because we were getting tired. Our hands were getting tired. So, it changes. So I'd rather make this as real world as possible. Looking at how we did it back in the 90s, if you wanted to copy somebody and try and copy call signs or whatever, well, you spun that dial and you went looking for them, and you never knew exactly what speed they were sending. So what you're going to get today is some speed, probably between 10 and 14. You will get me sending on a straight key, mistakes and all, just the way it works. So try and make it as real to life as possible. So when I'm done, it will be 10 call signs. There's a couple of Canadian, the rest are American, and all from 1991. And as we go forward, if you like this, I really do want you to just put a quick comment down below that you want more. Then I will do more, and I will start to do, because back then I was very heavy into contests and very heavy into hunting DX stations. So I've got pages and pages from the 1990s of DX stations all over the world. So let's give it a shot and see how it goes. All right, so here we go. First call sign. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Now just to change it up a little bit. One more coming. Mhm. And a few more coming. And the last one. Anyways, I hope you had a bit of fun with it. Now, when you do see this on YouTube, if you miss a letter or you're not sure about a call sign, you can always hit that back button a little bit and push the video back and re-listen to it as many times as you want. Anyways, I hope you have a bit of fun with that one. I certainly did making it. So, but please do let me know if you want more of that. I'm more than happy to do it. More than happy to make them. These are relatively short and simple, so it's not too bad. So if you like, please subscribe, like, comment down below. And it's Keith, otherwise known as VE3 SVQ, the shaky key, wishing you a great day. Have fun, stay on the air, practice, practice, practice. 73.